All right, so yesterday when I was wrapping up the weekly overview, I started pulling some cards for fun. And we got the Queen of Cups. I was like, all right, emotional regulation, stepping into our power, into our divine femininity, overcoming emotional loss, just like overall coming home to self. Something told me to keep pulling, so I keep pulling, and then we get the King of Cups in the reverse, which for anyone who knows tarot, you know that when the Queen and the King of the same suit come together, that's a match, right? But the Queen of Cups was in the upright, and the King of Cups was in the reverse, like I said. And then, you know, I have to keep going. So I'm like, all right, there's a match here, but one of our counterparts is in the reverse. So I kept pulling. When we started getting, we got the Six of Swords in the reverse. I just saw 111 on the timestamp. Six of Swords reverse. Then we got the Four of Wands upright. And then we had the Ten of Cups in reverse. So I'm thinking, okay, this is some tea. And we can't be waiting until Thursday tea to talk about this. Because I'm nosy. I want to know what's going on. And I'm sure whoever this is for does too. I just picked up one of my decks, and we have it is being worked out behind the scenes, coupled with it is currently unknown. So, and then we have illumination here. Yep. What do we have at the bottom? Pay attention to the details. So yeah, for whoever this is for, a bunch of you who are in, and look, you can apply this to non-romantic things as well. There's always something for everybody somewhere if that's the intention that's being set from you. So anyway, there are signs that have been speaking to you in regards to a situationship. This could be your divine counterpart, your twin flame, your ex, someone you're on and off with. Could technically even be somebody you're with. It's really going to vary. I'm not sure yet. We got the Ten of Cups here at the bottom. Tower card. Yeah, something's being shaken up. I'm going to be straight up. I mean, the most prominent storyline that I'm getting right now is there's someone you're dealing with, and you could be too, who's in a relationship, a marriage, an engagement, and somewhere in your heart you feel there's unfinished business here, and they do too. They feel, we got Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Could be a Libra involved here. I'm seeing, looking farther into the deck, an earth sign. Whew. You're getting stronger and stronger by the day, right? You feel this connection, but at the same time, you've accepted the fact that this may not be tangible. This may not be your story with this person in the way that you thought it would be. So yeah, you've cried, you've made mistakes, you've held on for maybe longer than, it could be a Leo involved, longer than you thought you should at points in time. You've made yourself look the fool. All kind of things that happen when it comes to love and lust and connections. But we have the Judgment card here. Yeah, karmic review. I'm hearing Spirit say it's time. It's time for the roles to reverse, for the tables to turn, for the plot to shift, to twist. So there's something going on in that partnership that they're in, or whatever ship that they're in, to where it's forcing them out of it. They've known for a long time, perhaps even the first day that they got with this person, if it's a person that they're dealing with, which will be the case for most of you. They know that they're not with who they're supposed to be. Okay, they got with them for the wrong reasons. They could have been a rebound, a good time that just turned into complacency, that sort of thing. But they're doing some heavy thinking about you And the judgment call is loud. Is loud up in their ear, which is causing conflict, mental conflict, physical, spiritual conflict. Because even though they know that they're not who they're supposed to be with, they were going to try to ride this out for as long as possible. But, you know, with eclipse season, judgment, divine timing, they are being forced into a higher timeline, into better ways, into decisions that align with their highest self. So they're fighting. They've been fighting to stay away from you, to stay away from the feelings that they have for you. But you're the one. You are the one. And they know that, and you've known that. But you also know that you can't and couldn't put your life on hold for something, for someone that wasn't meeting you where you were, where you are. So some of you have moved on with others, right? Let's be real. Like, let's be really real. You can fall in love with someone new whilst still holding a divine type of love for someone else. It's all about boundaries. It's all about boundaries, respect, right? Just because you still will always have that place in your heart for someone from the past does not mean that you can't healthfully move on with someone else, right? There's some people that come into our lives that are going to maintain that connection with us for a lifetime, even if there's never any contact again. And I feel like you're just coming to this point in time where you're realizing that this is what you had with that person. And so you've set the intention, you've done the best that you could to move forward with that knowledge, to move forward in a healthy way that, you know, allowed you to love somebody new, love yourself anew, love life anew, with the uncertainty of whether you'd ever meet this person again physically, you know, in a romantic sense, whether the two of you would come together romantically. So the storyline will of course range a little bit depending on who you are and where you are, but this is what it's really coming down to. And so yeah, I just heard, I don't want to leave, but I gotta go right now. Yeah, this person is where they are attached, codependently so. There's some sort of codependence here where there's kids involved, there's time put in, there's interconnected families, there's memories. So let's get it straight. This person that they're with, we're not going to sit here and say they don't have love for this person, because there's love for this person. There's some sort of connection here. Definitely some sort of codependence here, right? Not to say that codependence and love are the same thing, because they're not, as we know. But what they have with you does not compare to what they will ever have, what they could ever have with anybody else. The difference between you and them is you decided to rise. You decided, I see summertime here, and this is what I've been channeling. You decided to deal with this knowing healthily, while they decided to deal with it toxically. That's the difference between the two of you. 9/11 on the clock, which is all about wake-up calls, all about divine missions. So that's the difference here. It's time for them to do better for themselves, for their mission, for whoever it is that they're with. And so they've been getting this like consistent ringing in their ear, if you will, to do the right thing. And doing the right thing is leaving behind whatever it is they're connected with right now, because it's not for their highest good. It's not serving them. It's not aligned with them. And the contract, frankly, is up. So whatever learning they had to do with that person, that place, that thing, this energy that they're in, it's up. And so they're forcing it. They've been forcing it. And it's just getting more and more apparent, more and more loud in their ear. And it's causing more and more conflict as a result. So they're going to start acting up. Things are going to start happening. Tower moment-ish to really make the situation uncomfortable for them. To the point that they leave. So I see this person leaving this thing behind, and it's coming. It's really growing. The energy, the momentum is building, and they can't stop thinking about you. And this could also be why you can't stop thinking about them. Look, they've been in this energy of inactivity for how long now? I just heard 12 months. For some of you, 12 years. Let's be real. This divine counterpart business, you know, extends into past lifetimes. So 12 years ain't really a thing for some of y'all, and you get it because some of you have been dealing with this person for like half of your life. Some of you, or what feels like it. So yeah, they've been in this stagnation. They've been dealing with these inner child revelations, triggers, wounds. Okay, so whatever it is that they chose, it's really, in a sense, it's evolved them, because it's forced them to face all of the things that they thought they were going to be running from with you. But this karmic person, whoever it is that they ended up choosing over you, or just, you know, aside from you, whatever, had its own set of revelations for them, own set of wake-up calls. So they thought they were getting away with something, and really they weren't, right? They ran from something real, only to run into something that was, you know, the biggest lesson that they could ever retrieve. So yeah, we have the signs card here. Look what I said, lessons right behind. Lessons, signs, we have the mask card. So doesn't matter whether they're a good or bad person. Most of us are good people at our core, even though, you know, sometimes that's never fully realized. But yeah, they've been masking their feelings. They've been masking their true identities. They've been masking what they've really wanted in order to make whatever they chose work, because they didn't want to admit that they chose the grass that looks greener. Initially. So this person, they're spending a lot of time in solitude lately. Their partners could be feeling the separation. The people around them could be feeling the changes in them, because they're being, again, called to spend some time alone so that they can sort all this business out. So there are going to be a lot of ranging timelines for us listening to where this person comes your way with some sort of an explanation, an opening, an apology, a joke, depending on who they are. They might try to pretend they want to be friends or check up on you, but what it really comes down to is that they are feeling the separation. They have been feeling the pressure, and they might not know how to put it into words necessarily, but they feel this feel for you, that you feel for them in some sense, that will never necessarily be dissolved. In the end, it'll just be a matter of whether the two of you choose this or not mutually, right? Because one person might choose this and the other person decides, no, I found the love of my life. I might feel differently with this person. I might have a different connection with this person, but I choose that person for whatever reason. Because maybe you never wanted to go through this again. Maybe you didn't want to have to deal with this again, but you know in your heart you still have feelings for this person, right? So it's going to vary. Okay, have divine timing here. We have 444. So you have a lot of the signs, the energies, the consciousness, moving behind the scenes to create some sort of awakening, some sort of communication, whether telepathically or physically, so that the two of you can come to some understanding. Because what this is saying here is that even though you've grown, you've evolved tremendously, there are still questions. There is still doubt. You do go to bed some nights and you wonder what could have been or what could still be. Let's be real. So the question they ask you is, what is it that you truly want? Are you happy with where you are? Another 444. Wow. Some of you are happy with where you are, but you still have your questions, your doubts about this, your ponders. We have Libra energy again. Yeah. But yeah, what is it that you want? And why? And be real with yourself about the why. Some of you are confused. Some of you are confused on whether loving someone means needing to be with them. Whether a deep connection means physical connection. So Spirit is asking you to be a bit open with life, with love, with yourself, but also open with yourself about the answers to these questions. Real with yourself about them. And sometimes, again, you just don't know until you know. Sometimes you just need to ask the question and wait for the answers to arrive. Because you don't want to force the answers. You don't want to pretend, which we do a lot of, especially when we feel out of control. So some of you are just needing to admit that, yeah, I'm with someone, or I want someone, or I want to continue on with life, but I don't know if I want to do it without this person, or I want to meet someone else, but I'm still carrying this person with me. Whatever your situation may be, you're being asked to be honest about it, because at the end of the day, that's what's most important here. You can live without this person. You can thrive without this person. You can love without this person. But at the same time, you may still very well carry this person with you because they've been such a big part of you, because you share that bond. So that's what we're dealing with here. Interestingly here, confirmation. Your person will be arriving, it says, or reappearing within the next 6 months. And we also have the spring card here. So for some of you, I mean, we are already in spring in the northern hemisphere. And we have a water sign. So there's a water sign coming back. We talked about the other signs. Could be any sign. But the energy is immensely potent for these people to make their way back around. It's feeling quite miraculous because some of you will feel so completely spellbound. Taken aback by the changes that this person makes, by the moves that this person makes out of nowhere. Like, you might literally find like there's been a divorce, there's been a separation, there's been a massive spiritual upgrade. Look at this Lover's card next to the Sun card. And for others of you, to be quite honest, you've recently found things that you don't like. Some of you have found that they're getting engaged, they're getting pregnant with someone, but don't let, the message here is not to let the physical fool you, not to let what's going on in the physical world fool you, because this person could be getting married, could be having a kid, but that doesn't mean they're happy. That doesn't mean they want to be there. Obviously, that makes no sense, but a lot of people don't make sense. People madly in love a lot of times don't make sense, especially masculine energies, because they can't make sense of their feelings. They run from that. They run from truth. They run from bonds. And so if they're not ready, if they're not evolved, they're going to choose safety. They're going to choose what feels like safety, what feels like ease, what feels like certainty. And in this connection, you never fully felt like certainty, because they couldn't always control how they felt for you or what they would do around you and so forth. Could be a Gemini involved here. I'm getting Leo energy again. So the time is coming for a decision to be made. Light is being shown on this entire connection, both of your worlds. Yeah, so it's coming to decision time is what I'm getting. But yeah, we literally have twin flame connection written here on the Lovers card, on this particular lovers card. And beside that, we have illumination and growth written on the Sun card. So when we put those together, we have illumination and growth followed by twin flame connection. So this connection is being illuminated and evolved in one way or the other. For some of you, this is going to be peace. Peace. Embodying peace. In the knowing that there's closure here, and that there's always going to be that connection, whether it's fully spoken of or not. For others of you, there's going to be an opening here for an enlightening conversation, for a decision to be made. But as much as you think that they've moved on, that their feelings have, dissolved, that is not the case. It's almost like I'm hearing, I'm trapped by you. I can't escape you. They've been under your love spell all of this time. They've just been trying to figure out how to escape that. But again, they've been going about it in the wrong ways. For so long. So what do we need to see? We have patience here. Some of you, patience is involved in this situation. Or you've been patient for so long. Yeah, it's being worked out behind the scenes. Just popped out again. What do they need to see about this scenario, this connection? What do they specifically need to see about this connection? Yeah, but I definitely get communication coming in. You could have been dreaming about this person for the longest time. And I really do sense them trying to figure out a way, even if it's a sly kind of clown way. Because some of your people are clowns, and they like to hide behind jokes when they're conversing with you in a state of vulnerability. Yeah. Look at it. What do I need to see, Spirit? What else guarding this connection? Again, this won't be for everybody, obviously. So if it's not for you, and you're still, if you're still listening to this, then it's probably for you. So it doesn't even need to really be said. We have days. Some of them are reaching out in a matter of days. Some of them have reached out already, and this is confirmation for why they've reached out, for why they're being the way they're being. We have in the near future, yep, and we have the summertime, exactly. Bottom of the deck, we have yes with the exclamation point. So it's a strong yes. So yeah, there we have it. Lots of confirmation around the summertime. Anywhere between now and the summertime. And even a little bit after that, right? Because some people drag their feet, drag the timeline, and so forth. Let's grab a couple more of these cards to see what they would want to say to you at this time. Otherwise, that's what it's looking like. That's a message that wanted to come out for somebody. You could be seeing double numbers a lot as confirmation, like 24, 24, 31, 31, 12, 12, 10, 10, and so forth. They are definitely itching to speak to you, though. That is for sure. There could be all types of signs coming up around them. There could be mutual friends that are surfacing randomly their family members, seeing things about their birthday, things that they like, your song, whatever it was, whatever it is. What do they want to say to them, Spirit? What do they truly want to say to them in this moment? Forgive me, please. Yep. I need some space right now. You know, I think they need space from their worlds is what I'm getting. That's how I read that. Because remember we talked earlier about that solitude and them distancing themselves from their person and their things, their hobbies and whatnot, their family. They need space right now from everything that's bombarding them in order to be able to make a clear decision. Yeah, I see you and everybody I meet. This is how it has to be right now. Remember that complacent decision that they're sticking to. You have stopped blaming yourself. What else do they want to say to them, Spirit? Ladybugs are also talking to you. I don't know, I'm hearing blessing in disguise. I was a coward. Sure were. Let's get a couple more. I still feel your embrace, and maybe in another lifetime. So they go back and forth between whether this is meant to be in this lifetime or in another lifetime. Not because they don't want you, but because they feel so burdened by the decision that they've made already. They feel so connected to their world that they've created with all of these other things outside of you that they don't know, they wouldn't even know how to start, how to remove themselves from that. But they're trying to, is what I'm seeing. Yeah, sometimes I just wish I could go back. Well, yeah. Above everything, that's what they want to do. But they feel, part of them feels like it's absolutely impossible. Any advice from Spirit? We have 777. Yeah, this is all about the self-growth. We have spirituality, wisdom, learning, school, spiritual journey, expansion, self-awareness, rewards, truth-seeking. Congratulations from them. So yeah, they're saying congratulations to you for your expansion, for what you chose to focus on. We have Virgo energy. We have you are extremely blessed. And we have the number 321. So something's definitely about to go down. Yep, more self stuff. Wow. Stop being so hard on yourself. And they even said, your person even said to you, stop blaming yourself. Right? And there's tons of ways we can blame ourselves. We can say we're not pretty enough. We're not good enough. We're not this enough. We didn't do that enough. Whatever. You spent time doing a lot of that, whilst it was not necessary at all, because this person adores you. We have self-care, appreciation needed at this time. So lots of reminders about needing to come back to self, because you are the one that was lost, not them. Let's be real. Not to say they're unworthy, but you were the trigger. You were the light in their life. And they're realizing this. Because it's like you saw them for who they were no matter what. No matter how much they failed, no matter how much they messed up, you were always willing back then to give them a chance. And even now, some of you, not realizing you were the light. You are the light, right? So we have 333. Lots of good news coming in, ships coming in. So we have the answer of yes, so that's a double yes. There is action coming through here. We have lots of energy around collaboration and teamwork. So they're wanting you to spend time with others. Commit yourself to socializing with people that matter, people that are going to lift you up, people that are going to return the energy that you give out. They're saying embrace what you bring to the table. You will see the fruits of your labor. Yeah. So lots of collaboration, having a good time, not over isolating yourself, and just being in the company of good people and good energy. I'm hearing Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. So Cancer season is significant. Also a Cancer sign who is strongly in the mix here. But yeah, right? The biggest thing is not to worry, because soon you will see why there was no need to worry. So please remove yourself from that energy if that's what you're in. This is going to work out 1000% either which way. And just remember that you don't need this person to complete you. Yeah. Yeah. Love you guys so much. I hope this found someone who it needed to. I'm sure it did. And chat with us. Chat with us in the comments. How have you been dealing? How does this resonate? What advice do you have for anybody who's in this situation? Whatever you would like to share, we are here. We are listening. We are loving your contributions. And we will chat soon. Love you so much.